Souls 3 and part 2 of my Pyromancy Boss ranking series. So we're at number 11, counting down of course. Dragon Slayer armor. Didn't get me. So you might question, okay, if he didn't kill you, why is he only like number 11 in this list and not like, you know, not lower down in the easy bosses? And I think the answer is that, yeah, although I got him, I was again able to access some fairly OP pyromancers at this point. And yeah, he's, you know, he hits really hard. If you're not like playing well, he will get you. And this is probably the boss I fought more than any other boss in the game, just because of its proximity to the what's it called, Sunbro Covenant thing. So I just know him quite well. That's why he's not so bad. But he is, you know, can be a challenge. Right, next on the list is Vort of the Boreal Valley. Now he's the second boss in the game and you're thinking, but this guy's not that difficult. Well no, it's not that difficult, but at this point in the game you've only really got Fireball to do damage with. And you're going to be a low level and you're not going to have a lot of health, especially if you're going for a Pyromancer specialist build. You've got to put lots of points into Faith and Int. You tend to do that right from the beginning. And so yeah, he can get you. You have to be a little bit careful that he doesn't kill you with his bull rush attack. Your pyromancers are not going to do huge amounts of damage. Now in the second time round, NG plus Vort is no problem whatsoever. But because he comes early in the game, before you have a chance to make yourself a decent character, he's certainly no pushover, so he gets my number 10 ranking. Right, they're starting to get a bit more difficult. Right, so we jump right to the end of the game for number 9. Soul of Cinder didn't kill me. He didn't kill me in NG plus either. I'm wondering whether I should maybe make him lower down the list, but no, I mean Soul of Cinder can do massive damage. He certainly will catch you if you're not paying attention. Of course, one advantage of the caster, whether it's sorcerer or pyromancer builds against him, is that he doesn't have a lot of ways of really punishing you or just rolling away from him, which is basically the main strategy. Just roll away, roll away, roll away, and refill your Estus and cast your spells when you have a chance. And try not to miss like that. So he's number 9. Certainly not an easy boss, but there are plenty harder than him. Right, next on the list, number 8, Pontiff Sullivan. I seem to be getting better at Pontiff Sullivan. I was able to take him out in NG and NG Plus without too much problems. But he caused me loads of problems in my first playthrough when I was playing as a knight. I guess familiarity is one of the things. He's one of the bosses I've fought a lot as a knight, and quite a few times as a sorcerer as well, trying to work out a good strategy. Pyromancer proved to be much easier, but you know, he certainly is not an easy boss, and in the second phase, if you can get rid of his summons quickly, it makes a big difference. If not, you're going to be in a world of hurt. The reason I died actually is because I was trying to take him out. Well, with some other alternative pyromancies. Great Combustion works well. Stay close to him. That's my advice. Okay, number 7, Holdridge, Devourer of the Gods. Much more difficult with sorcery than with pyromancy. He is vulnerable to fire. I actually managed to kill him. I did a perfect kill. He didn't hit me at all. But he'd already killed me twice before then, so I suppose I can't really claim he's the easiest boss in the game. Pyromancy is a good way of taking him out though. He's got such a big target as well that even the bursting fireball, which is mostly useless spell against most bosses, does reasonably good damage, but Fire Orb is much better. You can use the pillars in the first phase to dodge the arrows, but not in the second phase. And you want to dodge that. You definitely want to dodge that. But if you fought Gwendolyn, you'll know the timings for that is exactly the same as the Gwendolyn fight. Anyway, not much else to say about this, but let's move on to the next one. Okay, Dance from the Boreal Valley was a lot more difficult with the Pyromancer than with a Sorcerer. I'm not exactly sure why. I probably wasn't just playing very well. I think the Sorcerer has the range to shoot right across the room, which means that those big sweeping attacks that she has don't hit you. And it was rather easy and cheesy with sorcery. It's still kind of cheesy with pyromancy, but not nearly as much so. And she did get me, you know, a few times. NG Plus was also not so easy. I used a slightly different kind of pyromancy, so. Okay, number 5 on the list is the Nameless King. You might have been expecting this guy right at the top of the list, but no. As a Pyromancer, the Nameless King's not too bad. I mean, certainly not easy. And he did kill me, as you can see, 4 times. You need to learn those lightning attacks and his big kind of, his basically spear attack weapons. The dragon itself is, you know, not so dangerous. Yeah, I kind of walked into that one. In the second part of the fight, when you fight the Nameless King, and in the second phase of that fight, the Nameless King has a tendency to just kind of like walk towards the player in a kind of like intimidating manner, which isn't really intimidating at all, because it just means you can hit him with whatever you've got, and that's why it's only 5th most difficult and not more than that. At number 4 on the list is the Ancient Wyman. Now, I have since discovered that there is a much easier and cheesier way of fighting the Ancient Wyman with Pyromancy, which I kind of do in this fight, which is using Toxic Mist. The reason why it was so high and such a difficult fight, when everybody knows it's actually the easiest boss fight in the entire game. I don't think you can do a plunging attack with the Pyromancy glove, although I am going to test that out. Anyway, we're not plunging attack killing him, we're going to try and kill him with Pyromancy. Sorceries, no problem, fairly easy. Pyromancy, a lot more difficult because it just doesn't do very much damage. Now, okay, I'm not perhaps using the best Pyromancy spell of all, but it's like 100 damage, and he's got loads of health. So the reason this fight is difficult, and the reason why I put it at number 4 is that he has lots and lots of health, and actually, as watch the whole fight. It's a really good fight. It's got a classic funny ending as well. I actually run out of magic Esters. I spent such a long time chucking these low value spells at him. I'm completely out of both Esteses, so for that reason alone I have to put it fairly high on the list. It was fun. So the last 3 bosses, see if you can guess which order they come in, are the 3 most difficult bosses in my opinion to fight as a Pyromancer in the new game. So watch the next video and you'll see what my opinions are. Thank you for watching.